if this episode has found you, there is something here that the entire universe, your entire life conspired to bring you to this moment. There is something here that you need to receive. So I invite you to sit down, grab a cup of something, cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of water, settle in, and receive. Welcome back to Send It Season. So when you have a big mission or a purpose or a GodVision, a vision for something that you are supposed to create that is so massive, it could only ever come from God, and it can only ever be created within and through God. You will come to these choice points in your life where you have the opportunity to choose to pick up the mantle of your mission, to pick up the mantle of your purpose, or to continue life as is. And for those of you who are here today, for those of you who this video has found, you have a mission, purpose, or God vision, and in some way, shape, or form, you are not living it out to its most full potential. And you can look at that in two ways. One can be a very disempowering statement to say, oh my gosh, I'm actually not living out my mission, purpose, or God vision to its fullest potential. Like, that's terrifying. How much more do I have to do? How much more do I have to be? How do I get the funding? How? And then you spiral into the fear of how to execute something that you were never meant to execute by yourself in the first place. And the second way to look at this is as an empowering statement. Like, oh my gosh, holy cannoli. If I am not already living it out to its utmost potential, how good can it get? How many people could this help? How many people could this serve? What is the scale, the scope, the magnitude of the change that can be created on this earth? Because I am the vessel through which God makes his will manifest on this earth. Whoa. And because you are a sovereign human being, you are a sovereign woman, you have the choice, number one, to pick up your mission or not. And number two, when you recognize that you are not actively living out your mission to its fullest potential, to choose the perspective that you will carry forward as you consciously co-create your mission, your purpose, your God vision on this earth. You can choose to spiral into the fear of how am I going to do this? How will I get the resources? How will I get enough people to help me make this thing happen? Or you can choose courage. And courage is faith in action. Courage is the choice that you make to jump and trust that the net will appear, to say yes to the thing that God is calling you towards, and trust that the people, the resources, the funding, the vision, the strategy for how to execute will be provided at the exact moment necessary, and not a moment too soon. You get to trust that because you are first the beloved, that is your most fundamental identity, is as the beloved, chosen, cherished child of God. You are the beloved first, before you are anything else to this world, because you are created as a fractal of the one who created you. So you are beloved, which means you are also sovereign. You have the gift of free will. You have the ability to choose your path, to choose the trajectory of your life, to choose how you will respond to the world around you and how you will respond to God, to life, to the things that just appear to fall out of the sky into your life, these opportunities, these choice points, these portals. You are always the one choosing what you will do next. And that gets to be a really exciting, energizing, empowering statement, because you get to recognize that you choose which frequencies to amplify. You can amplify the fear of the how, or the faith, and trust that faith is the how. Courage is the how. This company is called Establishing Faith for a reason. When I started Establishing Faith, I did not start it because I knew I wanted to use business as a vehicle, as a vessel to serve people around the world. It started when I was in college, home in college, after 3 months of being sick on end. No one knew what it was. It wasn't COVID, it wasn't the flu. I was just sick on end. I could barely wake up in the morning. Sneezing. I could not get through a sentence without coughing. And I went home to live with my parents for the summer. And I was faced with the choice point to either continue doing life my own way, according to what I thought I was supposed to do, according to what I wanted to do and what I wanted to create in my life, which was something entirely different, or I could stop hiding from myself. I could choose to stop hiding from the thing that I had been hiding from for at least 6 years at that point, and choose to pick up the mantle of the mission I was called to carry. There will come a time when you are blessed with a mission, purpose, or God vision where it becomes more painful to hide from your mission than it does to actively live it out, if you have not experienced that already. There will be breaking points along your path if you are a mission-driven, purpose-called human being, where you will be faced with the opportunity to put down the vision, to put down the mission, to surrender it and say, I am not doing this anymore. I am done. I have done everything that I can, or I choose to never pick this up. And if you choose to never pick this up, you have free will to do that. You are 100% within your ability to say no to your mission, your purpose, or your God vision. But when you say no, God says, okay, cool, got it. And God will take that mission, purpose, or God vision and give it to someone else who will execute, who will make it happen, who will do the things that they are called to do. And you have to sit with the consequences of saying, wow, I chose not to do that, and look at this person is doing exactly what I was told to do, and wow, that could have been me. I could have said yes to that. Whoa. And you have to live the rest of your life in the what if. And living a life of what if is no way to live, because you are not fully alive. You are not experiencing all of the joy, all of the peace, all of the beauty, all of the fulfillment, all of the success, all of the love that you were born to experience. All of the love, of the joy, the peace. It doesn't live in the what if it doesn't. It lives in the what if it does, in the faith, in the courage and action. The courage to say yes to what you are called to do, to the woman that you are called to be. It doesn't live in the hiding from it. It doesn't live in the hiding from your calling. And I can say that for a fact because I hid for so many years. I hid for twice as long as I have actually lived out this calling. And I'm creating this because I don't want you to experience that. I want you to see this and be like, okay, you know what? I'm activated. I don't want to live in the what if it doesn't. I want to live in the what if it does. Who was God creating me to be? And to have the courage to play with the curiosity of actually figuring it out, of taking the aligned actions that you are called to do, of playing with the potential of possibility, and of exploring what it is you were created to do. And trusting that every single time you need an answer, the answer will be provided, the mentor will be provided, the guidance will be provided, the funding, the people, the resources will all be provided. And that's how you get to create for the kingdom. You're not creating for the world, you're creating for the kingdom, you're creating for God. You're creating to serve, to create an impact on this world that goes beyond you. But the key is, you will see the impact when you reduce the lag time.